We're coming into the little town of Baker. Well, I say little town. I don't know how little it is. Town cop talking to somebody. Good thing we weren't speeding. Well, he was probably preoccupied.
We should have asked him where a donut shop was.
Yeah.
Not that, you know, there's a stereotype about cops, but local people know.
There's a lake over here to the right behind these houses. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. When I traveled around the country on my own in 2009, there's a lot of through Montana, North Dakota, and you come to little small towns. People love to talk to strangers. They talk to each other so much that they love to find a stranger, some new blood. It was always fun. I mean, I never, ever encountered, well, yeah, one exception. I never encountered anyone who wasn't just very gracious, polite, welcoming, and warm. But that one time is a story all its own, for another time. Well, actually, I'll tell you now because it's funny. So I drive downtown. I won't say what town it was. North Dakota. Drive downtown. Nobody anywhere on the streets. Cars.
Stop.
Stop sign?
Yep.
Well, almost missed that one. No cars on the street, so I park, get my camera out, and I went around photographing, and I come back to the car, and this guy is sitting there reaming me for taking his parking spot. I kind of crossed over 2 spots, so there was still nobody on the street. I had just taken his spot, apparently. That's just the story. But that was the town of Baker. Well, I believe we are coming into the town of Wibaux.
We hope we're pronouncing it correctly. I suppose it could be Wibaux.
It's always interesting when you go to a new area, the way things are pronounced aren't necessarily the way that you would expect from where you are. Nice little town here. Cool. Let's see, look up and down these streets and see if there's anything to go see. Don't see a bakery.
Bar and casino. Lots of
Look
bars.
at this Stockman's bar
There's
over
Pony
here.
Espresso. But it's
And a Shamrock. I bet it's a casino, or was. I did find a lot of casinos in Montana when I did the Highlands. We're now coming into the town of Glendive.
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll ask when we get there.
Yes. I generally get them wrong. Whatever I think is generally wrong, it seems. We've decided we have munchies, so we're actually going to be looking for market. We have this passion for fritters, apple fritters, raspberry fritters, and the crazy thing is we hardly ever have them at home.
Which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing. But when we're on the road, all bets are off. We'll leave it on while we cross the Yellowstone River. You don't need to watch us at the grocery store. Definitely not going to hold away. Oh, that's a cool house. Cool house. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, the Yellowstone River.
Really cool train bridge over there to the left.
This is actually our route out in the morning, I think.
And who knows?
Might have to stop again.
May be made for fritters.
Yeah. We are very close to our destination for the day. If you haven't figured it out already.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. And it's only 11 o'clock.
Yay!
Yay! It'll be a nice day. We can relax a little and explore. We did get our sort of fritters. Whatever it was, we got our fix of sugar. And here we are in Makoshika State Park. Yeah, this is Montana's largest state park, which is interesting. Oh, there she is again.
Is that the same lady?
That's the same lady
Are
from
you
yesterday.
serious?
Yep.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yes, very
Colorful.
colorful. Yes, yes. Same lady. All right, well, we're going to cut out here and figure this all out, and we'll be back with you shortly. So I'm in the visitor center here at Makoshika. Great old snail shell, I suppose. You can stop and read it. Here we are, a Tyrannosaurus tooth. That is about the size of my hand. From a young animal, that's over 5 feet long. See here, if I put my hand up, just how big those teeth are. We have various dinosaur bones here in this case. A mammoth tusk and a mammoth tooth. So this is the area behind our camp spot. Nice little Badlands area. I've got the microphone on, so hopefully the wind is not being an issue here. It's a nice pretty area. I'm not sure if that's the other campground or it's just a picnic area. Well, we moved our campsite pretty much across the road, and this is the view from the new spot. We moved because there was no one over here. It's just a beautiful view. I decided to walk down the trail this morning. Carol did last night. This is the pretty easy part of the trail. These are a little ways into the hike. It's almost like some kind of a ghoul with a hat on, or a judge, or I don't know. Let me see. All I can say is I must like you guys. This is the way to the hadrosaur site. Yeah, boy. Well, you can tell I got to the top of this thing. Oh man. That's a climb. But there appears to be two possible ways to go that way, or that way. I think I'll go that way. Looks easier. Well, there's a sign here about fossils and staying on the road. Have more stairs to climb to get here. Go up around here. I'm gonna put this down because I don't want to fall down in there. I don't see any fossils in here. That is pretty cool. So I don't know if that's supposed to be the fossil. They've got two pink flags there, and you can see the rock is kind of almost like the mouth with teeth, but I think it's supposed to be a vertebrae. At this point, the trail is not marked well. So I'm not even sure I'm on a trail here where it would go. So I think I may head around back a ways. Maybe get to the bench. Ha ha ha, that Carol didn't get to. All right. Well, I did it, folks. I made it all the way to the bench. I don't believe it. There were some pretty iffy places, in fact. There's a few iffy places on the way back. Just how I got down to here. And there's our camper down there. I don't know if I got a shot back here or not. It's kind of on the other side of what I saw at the top. Yeah, this is just underfoot on the trail. Really kind of cool. Rock layers here, or striations in the rock. Yes, all these guys always show themselves walking. So that's what I'm doing, showing myself walking. I can't imagine having to walk a trail twice just to get footage of my butt going by. Well, we forgot to, well, we didn't really forget, but we didn't do a wrap for yesterday. So driving from Medicine Rocks to Makoshika. By one of these days I'll get that. Makoshika State Park. That was wonderful. And I out-climbed Carol up the path. I got all the way up.
I'm not sure he would have done it had I not stopped halfway. You think so? You just had to prove yourself tougher than me.
Yeah, I'm that way. But anyway, no, it just somehow I was able to keep going. I think one more step though, and my thighs would have given out. But it was a beautiful place, man. And that campground that we were in, where we were pretty much by ourselves, and some other people did move in later, but really nice couple from Minnesota that we met that converted a school bus. A couple from Maine and New Hampshire area. All with dogs, and all the dogs got to play together. Well, not at the same time, but Trigger got to play with both the other dogs. So it was great. And then if you're a hiker, I would assume you could spend a lot of time there.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous. And the town of Glendive's a really nice little town. I've been really pretty impressed with the little towns we've been going through along the last several days here in Montana, the last few days in Montana. A lot of the small towns I've been through in other parts of Montana or through the Midwest, there's not much going on, but I don't know what it is, but most of these towns the last few days seem to be thriving. Maybe they don't have a Walmart closed or something, I don't know, but they seem to be thriving. All the shops seem to be open, and so it's pretty nice.
Yeah, Glendive had some little cafe, bakery things open, and that's always a good sign, that they've got a lot of commerce in there. So 2 grocery stores competing across the street from each other. And,
yeah, local. Well, I think that one might be a chain, but
a small chain.
A small chain versus Albertsons across the way. We went into both, or Carol went into both, so...
in our search for fritters.
Search for fritters. Never found fritters.
Fruitless. Fruitless search for fritters.
Yes, fruitless. So we'll catch you in a while or in the next video. Maybe the next video. I don't know. Hey, I'm new to this, so I don't know the pacing or anything.